Juan-O's world.
My baby mama trippin', she been going through my phone. Tired of me cheating, I can't leave these hoes alone. Hella pics, hella tips on my cash app. It's like ho.
What up, though, y'all? Man, another glass of that E40. Somebody asked me, do E40 know that I only drink his tequila? I don't know. But I done had his wines and his tequilas in every music video I made. And I tagged his ass in all of them too. And I ain't gotta like, share, or subscribe from that motherfucker. But we gonna get to that shit later. Anyway. I just rolled my monetization. But don't worry about that. We gonna get it in anyway. Let's check it out.
All the game, it's all a gimmick out there. Like the No Jumper is the most meaningless podcast. It is the most meaningless. No Jumper has no purpose whatsoever, bro.
Hey, did you see Nietzsche's face? Man, why y'all gonna bring the Detroit nigga on there to say the things y'all want to say already? That ain't fair.
Don't add anything to the culture. That's like the WWE of podcasting. That's like the Jerry Springer show, bro, on wax. You tell me, what have you ever learned from watching anything No Jump?
Well, I'm gonna be real, right?
Tell me.
Be real.
I'm good at seeing both sides. I'm a fan of content.
I appreciate that.
Let me throw that out there, right?
Content.
And I've been doing this for 7
What
years.
substance have you seen come out of No Jumper?
So
listen, black people get criticized.
Okay.
Listen, the one thing about black people, we love to criticize other black people
For sure.
for not adding or inspiring. You tell me one thing that Adam 22 and that whole band of idiots up there from the Brick Baby, capped out ass nigga. Let me tell you something, bro. Brick Baby, Big Crip, right?
Yeah.
You heard Whack 100 say, nigga, Brick Baby, you will, your mama hoe. You will your mama.
Yeah.
But you occupy the same space with this nigga up there. You Big Crip, though. How the let this nigga talk about your mama when you...
I ain't know that shit. I ain't know that. Maybe it's just a Detroit thing. Maybe. I'm seeing a lot of, oh shit, you say he called his mama or what? Now, I did call that nigga mama a tattletale, but she really is a tattletale. And I didn't call her out of her name. I didn't call her H or a B. You let this man call your mama a what, bro? Oh. Hello?
You ain't trying to see him. Or you ain't making it your business. I don't give a fuck if you got the police around you or not, nigga.
I'm about to say
This nigga's a bunch of characters out there. That whole No Jumper fake. That shit no purpose. When they talk about culture vultures, Adam 22 is worse than Leo Cohen. Adam 20, absolutely, because he has the culture in the palm of his hands.
Okay.
Right? This is a social media space. This is a YouTube space. The content that they produce, none of that has any probative, meaningful, educational value. That's like a soap opera, bro.
Well, I'll say this. I beg to differ for this reason, right? As a West Coast person,
right?
No Jumper has platformed the West Coast experience. So prior to 2 years ago or 3 years ago, people didn't know what Keyway was. They didn't know the difference between Bloods and Crips, and they didn't know that certain Crips beef.
Man, you on some bullshit right there. That's why niggas fuck with Nietzsche. The truth be in his face no matter what come out of his mouth. Dawg, do you know how many black engineers it is in California? A shit ton. Do you know how many black people that work in aeronautics, farmers, botanists? Do you know how many melanated American-born, my granddaddy was a slave, black people are in California with high-profile employment positions, knowledge, accomplishments, landowners, man. And you telling me a couple poop butt gang members represent the whole entirety of melanated life in a state as big as California, man? Nigga, please. Please. E40 on the vineyard. It's black men out there on horse ranches. I'm like Ugly Nietzsche. I just can't make that face. Mine ain't fat enough. How dare you defend that bullshit that they over there selling to that white boy? How dare you?
Certain crib, and not to say that that's the defining thing of all of California, all black men from California, but from the outside looking in, it's entertaining, right?
I learned more from
you learn more about the gang shit.
I learned more from California from Boys in the Hood.
Right.
No.
Oh, whoa.
Okay.
I learned more about the California experience from the OG Bobby Johnson movie. I learned more about the California experience from Boys in the Hood. I learned more about the California experience from Poetic.
Now, South Central might be the realest movie from out there. Facts. Hey, Brick Baby is loco. Gotta go, Bobby. Can't be alone in here.
Justice. I learned more about the California experience from Training Day than I've ever learned anything from No Jumper, bro. That shit is a bunch of clownery and with up there.
But let me ask you this, right? For the movies that you named are 20, 30 years old. And then also we all develop, you know what I'm saying? So we're more...
I learned more about California from NWA. I learned more about California from Snoop. I learned more meaningful things from listening to Snoop and Ice Cube. I learned more about the gang culture from NWA.
So how old were you then? Around?
I'm a first generation hip hop nigga.
Okay.
So when NWA came out, I was 16, 17 years old.
Now look, I've been getting hit on the internet how I'm able to speak about certain things and so on and so forth. And what I would like all of you to know is that's just a Michigan thing. That's a Michigan thing. I hate to bust it down like this, but the white people that brought us up here wanted us here. And then they wanted to make sure the niggas here was better than the boop in other places, and the boop in New York, and the boop in Pennsylvania, and the boop. You understand? So, you need to learn your American history. And when you come at a black man from Detroit, remember, we all still know what it's like to be honorary white, baby. We have had our equal share here from my grandfather's grandfather. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to interview my Uncle Roy so he can bust it down to you. You ain't have to be on the welfare if you ain't want to, baby. You ain't have to be. It ain't like your state.
So their NWA is platforms
like No Jumper. I don't disagree with you on that.
Man, what the fuck is up with them shorts this nigga had on?
So I'm just saying that there's nothing.
Niggas get over 200 pounds and just
they're not really
wear whatever. What the fuck?
So you learn more from watching No Jumper about California and the lifestyle of California.
For example,
yeah. Then
because it's now. Yeah, so like when you do a movie,
right? Listen, No Jumper exposed. I'm sorry, pardon me, bro. I gotta push back on you just a little bit, respectfully.
No, that's what
No Jumper is exposing the clown side of California living, bro. There ain't no G shit being talked about on there. They exposing all the clownery, the underbelly of everything that is negative, everything that is like. It's the chitlin circuit, bro. You ain't learning shit from that shit. That's all the clown shit.
But when people watch it, because it's about entertaining. You know what I'm saying? And they got another thing called edutainment, right? Where you mix education with entertainment.
Yeah.
So
what's education from No Dumper?
So for who's selling, who's popping pills and doesn't care what they are, you know what I'm saying? For a person who is just out here and is heavily influenced by the internet and doesn't even have the attention span to listen to a song that has 4 verses.
That's what makes Adam. That's shit. So listen, what you just said, I agree with you. Sorry for cutting you off again, but that's what makes platforms like No Jumper so dangerous, because they are capitalizing off the fact that they know that the vast majority of people operating in society, especially young people, they don't have the intellectual prowess.
Dog tried it. But Dawgface doing what he do best. He let him get his point off. He listened to him. And now he about to annihilate the malarkey. I don't think the other nigga actually believed that No Jumper is a good place to be. I think he was just playing devil advocate. For the purpose of content.
Make a determination about what's right and what's wrong. It makes No Jumper is dangerous because he's playing on black culture. Without black culture, there would be no Adam 22. There would be no Jumper. You talking about a white boy who gets ass, letting his wife get on camera, get bust down on camera. What in the
is
educate?
Nietzsche's a funny ass nigga. But then Dawgface had been on there a time or two. He know to just let him go. I wouldn't say Nietzsche a whole ass nigga, because I'm pretty sure people be pressing him about, Nietzsche don't seem like the type of dude that you can press. Let me reverse that statement. He don't seem like the type of dude that you could press. But I do think he gets a lot of enjoyment when Dawgface come on his channel, because it's like, nigga, you heard what he said, and what you gonna say to me? Because it ain't like he disagreed too much.
Or meaningful or substantive about that going on there. You got niggas supposed to be Crips Bloods arguing with each other. That shit makes the Crips and Bloods look horrible, bro.
Yeah.
All the niggas who done died. You looking at Whack 100 and Brick Baby. You telling me that Whack 100 and Brick Baby are the best examples, or are the best people to communicate what the going on in California?
I never said that.
Bro, No Jumper is the worst thing that has happened to YouTube as it relates to the black experience. It's a cancer, period. And anybody up
can't argue with that. You can't argue with that. And look, every black person that go on there and then try and elevate themselves, not just from the platform, but elevate themselves as a person, they end up getting exiled. Now, I don't know how Flacco was able to keep his spot. Well, actually, I do know. He built himself up so good, so strong, and as a defender of No Jumper, he a necessary ally. I would give you a history lesson on the chess play that Flacco has pulled. I like Flacco. No Flacco slander will be done in Juan-O's world.
they playing a little WWE game with them all niggas. They all clowns. You heard Wack say Brick Baby mama a hoe. Mama, right?
Yeah.
Right. What Brick Baby do about it? But Brick Baby, he on social media talking about Young and Ace and Julio and them. And he talking about what Jacksonville ain't and what Jacksonville is. Nigga, how Brick Baby specifically, how the you get online talking about when you came to Atlanta, niggas in Atlanta know that you big crippin'. Nigga, you was a pussy down here in Atlanta. They ran your ass about this boat and sent your pussy ass back to California where you belong with that other you got going on. You online sticking your chest out, but Whack 100 called your mama up.
Yeah.
Where I'm from, calling my mama fighting words. Nigga, you want to see me about that, nigga. Ain't
gotta see me about that. Really. Better not nobody speak on my mama. And that's pretty much what that is. We out.